Hi, I'm Dave from boyinaband.com, and this is my tutorial on how to make a hard-hitting beat to really drive your trance music. Okay, let's begin. So I'll just play you the loop here. Simple trance loop again. And I'll just solo out the drum track that we're going to make. Very simple 4-on-the-floor beat. Okay. Just mute it, so when we make our beat, we can put it back in and see how it sounds. Okay. Right-click on the interface and go to Combinator, which is what's going to hold our ReDrum drum sampler and all the effects. Let's name it Beat. Yo. Okay. Right-click in the Combinator and go to Create ReDrum Drum Computer, which is our drum sampler. Now each one of these channels contains a different drum sample. Bass drum, snare, there. And we're going to make our beat up out of different samples in different channels. Okay. First of all, we're going to initialize it and clear out all of these existing samples by right-clicking and going to Initialize Patch. And there we go. Everything's been cleared out, and we've got a clean slate to start with. Now, click on the Browse Sample button under here, and we get a library of samples. Now, in the folder under Reason Factory Sound Bank, which could be found in the library locations here, go to ReDrum Drum Kits, Exclusive Drums Sorted, and you'll see here there's several different folders with bass drums, snare drums, claps, hi-hats, and loads of other stuff that you can use to make different beats. Now, a stereotypical trance beat has a bass drum, a snare drum, and a hi-hat in it. And we're going to start off by making the bass drum. Now the bass drum we're going to use is going to be comprised of two different bass drum samples. We're going to have one which has a really emphasized click sound at the start, and one which is more bassy, so it's a lot meatier and you can still hear it coming in the mix. Okay, so I found one here called BD2 Chemical, which is a pretty good one for a click. So if we listen to that, it's got a very emphasized attack on that. And then in channel 2, just click there again, Browse Sample. Going to select Jeep Keys, which is a really good meaty one. Okay, so those are our two bass drums. Right, now we need a clap sound. And we just go back here. Exclusive drum sorted, claps. There we go, let's do that one. Cool. And finally, we just need our hi-hat sound. Now, you can go with either an open hi-hat or a closed hi-hat, but I like open hi-hat because it fills it out a bit more. So just search here, there's HH for hi-hat and OH for open hi-hat. Now, let's listen to a few of these. There we go, that'll do. Nice generic trance hi-hat there. Yeah, we're going to start here, so I'll just move this down, putting all the different samples to their place and the sequencer down here. Okay, let's click the select button underneath the channel 1, and we're going to put our bass drum in 4-on-the-floor, which means 1 every single beat. So if you listen to it here, to check it out, click and make sure the Enable Pattern section here button here is selected, and click Run, and it will run through the loop. Next, channel 2, do the same thing because it's still the same bass drum. We're just using it to make it meatier, and there, just take the level up a bit, and you can hear it's much meatier now. It's going to hit much harder in the mix. Now the clap is on 5. You see there's numbers under here. So the bass drum is on 1, 5, 9, and 13, and the clap is found on 5 and 13. So if we listen to that, there we go, almost done. And the hi-hat is on the offbeat of everything. So it's 3 of every beat. So 3, 7, 11, and 15. Okay. And there's our simple trance beat. Now, that's the beat sorted, but of course everything's better with effects. So, let's make it sound better. Right click here, and down the bottom create, and M-class equalizer. Now, we're going to make it sound better. Click the low cut button to take off the low end so it's a lot cleaner, and there's no sub bass from the bass drum in the mix. And next select param 1 and 2, and here we go, changing the frequency, change it down to about 50 and increase the gain by about a quarter. And if we listen to that again, that bass is a lot more emphasized than it was. Now if you listen, you can hear the bass is more emphasized. And here we're going to take it up to about 2000, increase the gain by about a quarter. And that emphasizes the clap sound. Okay. Next, we're just going to go create and M-class maximizer. Now, take the input gain up by a quarter, which compresses it a bit in combination with the limiter. Take the I'll just run it so you can see what each thing is doing. Hang on. There we go. Input gain up. There you go. Limiter's on, so 4 milliseconds look ahead. And slow attack. Now the slow attack decides how fast the limiter comes in. So with the slow attack, it means that it's going to start off loud and then it's going to limit it. So that means that the beat is a lot harder just to start, and then it limits it nice and clean over the top of the mix. And then finally soft click to give it that warm sound. Great stuff. Okay. One final effect unit, go create, and RB7000 advanced reverb. Now that's a bit over the top, so let's take down the dry wet. About a quarter. And that just gives it a bit of space for the lips of the drums. Okay, and that's all the drums. Now, down here you've got the tracks, and we want the drum loop from this sequencer that we programmed in to be down here in the track panel. So, we're going to right click and go, show you, copy pattern to track. Now down here you see we've just got the track that's been copied, and if we play it, you'll notice there's a phase effect. That's because the enable pattern section button is still on. So if you click that, take it off, then we've got our beat. Fantastic. Now if you want to make it even more bassy, then all you have to do is select here on the mixer at the top, EQ, and tune the bass up. And there you have it. A hard-hitting beat for your trance music. If you found this tutorial useful, help me out by rating this video or posting a comment so other people can find it. And don't forget to check out my website, www.boyinaband.com. Have a nice day!